Hi, this video is to show everyone how to connect to our KT Byte virtual machine servers through your student accounts. These accounts are provided to all of our online students and a lot of our offline students as well. So to start with, you want to make sure that you're logged in, and you can just see that on our front page or through most of our pages on our website. On the upper right corner, we see my username, Andrew T, is actually signed in. So I'm ready to go to the link, which you've probably gotten in an email, but if you want to just type it in directly, it's pretty easy, ktbyte.com/VM, and I'll press enter. Now, if you get a message like this, it means that there's a problem with your account and it needs to be configured correctly to work with the VM. My main account is actually not configured to be logged in because, of course, I'm not a real student. So you'll see a message like this. It does mention if you're a parent, you want to log out of this account and let your student log into their account. So let's say I've done that and I've logged back in as a student. So I'm going to switch to another window where I actually am logged in as a student. And we'll see over in the upper right corner here, it does say a student. So this student is configured to be logged into the virtual machine. So once again, we'll go to the address bar and type in VM, press enter. And you can see it went very quickly, but it automatically filled in the username and password on another login page. Now you don't need to worry about that username and password yourself. Just let it autofill. If you do get a prompt asking you if you want to save that username and password, don't bother. It's automatically saved by our KT Byte system and should be automatically filled in every time. Anyway, now that that's loaded, you can see that we're actually in a Windows desktop area. The start menu happens to be open, but yeah, we have a desktop, we've got recycle bin, and usual Windows options. Now, one thing is that this is really small, and generally we like to have a little more space to work with. If I was going to open up an application or even just a folder, you would see it's fairly small, a little cramped. Now, you might try maximizing your browser window, which I'll do right there. The problem is we didn't actually get more space on screen. Everything actually just kind of stayed the same size. It just blew up a little bit. So we don't really have more room above, below, left, and right on this virtual machine desktop. What you can do though is if you did change the size of your browser window, refresh the page. So I'll do that now and it'll log back in again. And this time we see that now there's a lot more room around. We're making full use of the screen. So that's really important. Now, I actually opened the apps folder, which should be the only link on your desktop. And this has shortcuts to all the programs we use in class, or at least folders for them. So if you're in one of our lower level computer science classes, we'll be using processing. And there's a shortcut here. I can actually just drag that straight to my taskbar. And now I've got a link to processing on my taskbar. I'll click that, let it open up. You'll probably want to uncheck the box that's going to pop up welcoming you to processing and telling you that you could see this every time. We don't want to see it every time. We'll uncheck that and don't need to update processing right now. So we'll click get started and now we're ready to go. So processing is working. We can close it down, open it up again. That's fine. If you're in one of our upper level classes, you'll want to be using Eclipse. So going up to the Eclipse folder, we can click on that and we have this purple icon is the one that we want. This is the main executable file for Eclipse. Once again, we can drag that down, pin it to the taskbar. And now even if we didn't have this folder open, we could open this up. If you are using Eclipse, you'll want to make sure that the folder that pops up when it asks you about your workspace matches up to your student folder. So when I click on the Start menu, I see student 00 here, and I'll just change this to 00 and open up my brand new Eclipse workspace. So this lets you have all these programs pre-installed. You don't need to worry about them on your home computer. It lets instructors log into your computer through a program called VNC, which is kind of running on this desktop. If you do see a pop-up message about VNC, you can just hide that or minimize it. You don't need to mess with those settings. And now you've also got a place to store all your work that you do during class. So that's it. Let us know if you have any trouble with this and come to our setup sessions to make sure everything's working. Thank you. Bye.